Alright, what's up everybody, back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today we're going to talk about the last 3 days of the NBA regular season and what games, what teams to keep an eye on. Because, last 3, this is that point of the season where most teams are already kind of locked in. Well, usually, in regular years. Teams are usually locked in already. A lot of teams are playing the G League players and bench stuff and getting ready for the playoffs, or the rebuilding teams are just throwing out whoever they want out there. But this year there's a few more teams than normal that are still playing because of how close everything is. The seeding is very close, and especially in the West with the play-in and the difference between 5 and 8 is like what, 2 games or something. But yeah, we're gonna tell you the teams. I'm gonna tell you the teams to watch, the games to watch. So you can narrow it down to what's important and what's not important. Alright, so yeah, thank you guys for the views on the vids and the shorts recently, really appreciate it. If you do like content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn on notifications, all stuff like that, really appreciate it, really helps out a lot. And let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. Alright, so now we are in the end game of the NBA regular season. A lot of teams already clinched their spot. I'm going to tell you the teams that already clinched and don't really need to play for anything anymore. In the Western Conference, the Denver Nuggets are the number 1 seed in the West. No doubt about it, they're number 1. And the Phoenix Suns are number 4. Those are the 2 teams that are locked in their spot. 2 and 3 is still up in the air. It's going to be Memphis or Sacramento. It's just which way they're going to be. Then after that, it's, the Western Conference is insane. In the East, the top 5 are already clinched their spot. The Bucks are 1, Celtics are 2, Sixers are 3, Cavs are 4, Knicks are 5, and then the Bulls are 10. From 6 to 9, still a little bit of confusion there. So those are the teams that are already clinched and probably won't be playing most of their regular guys the rest of the season. Now, let's look at the games that will matter and games that won't matter. Starting today, April 7th, there's a few scenarios in the Eastern Conference. The Brooklyn Nets are playing the Orlando Magic today at 7:30 Eastern Time. All these times are Eastern Times, by the way. So convert that to wherever you live. Magic and Nets. The Nets, if they win this game tonight, they clinch the 6th spot, they clinch the playoffs, and they knock the Miami Heat into the play-in. And the Miami Heat play today. They play at 7 Eastern. They play the Wizards after coming off a big win yesterday against Philly to keep their playoff chances alive. But yeah, if the Heat lose that game or the Nets win their game, the Nets are 6, Miami locked in to the play-in spot. So that's a game to watch for. And also in the East, Atlanta-Toronto. Atlanta-Toronto right now are 8 and 9. The Hawks are a game above Toronto with 2 games left. The Hawks play the 76ers tonight at 7:30 Eastern. Interesting to see what the Sixers do in that game, because the Sixers just got blown out yesterday. And they don't really need to play for anything anymore, so I won't be surprised if the Sixers kind of sit their guys. The Hawks play the Sixers at 7:30. The Raptors play the Celtics again at 7:30 as well. But then again, also got to see what the Celtics do, because both Sixers and Celtics don't really need to play anymore. But yeah, so if the Hawks win this game tonight or the Raptors lose this game tonight, the Hawks are the 8, the Raptors are the 9. So the Eastern Conference could be done by the end of the day. The Eastern Conference could be all set and ready to go at the end of today. And at that point, you don't really need to watch any Eastern Conference teams anymore for the last weekend of the season. And then tonight, for the Western Conference scenarios that can happen, the big game is the Dallas Mavericks. They play at 8:30 to play the Chicago Bulls tonight. The Mavs, if they lose this game, the Dallas Mavericks are out and eliminated, which is big if they lose any of their last 2 games. But specifically tonight, if they lose this game against the Bulls, they're out, which is going to be interesting to see with the Bulls, because the Bulls are locked in at their spot, number 10. So we're going to see what happens with that. Also, more scenarios. Golden State, the Warriors clinch a playoff spot with a win and with losses by New Orleans and the Lakers. The Warriors play the Kings tonight at 10. The Kings are still kind of playing for something, trying to get that 2 seed potentially. The Pelicans play the Knicks tonight at 8 o'clock, but the Knicks don't really have anything to play for. You saw last game they sat Brunson, Randall, and Barrett, but quickly Toppin and Grimes still gave them all 30. And then the Lakers play the Suns tonight at 10:30 on NBA TV. So the Warriors, they clinch the playoffs and don't have to play the play-in. The Warriors clinch at least 5 or 6 if they win tonight, and with the Lakers and Pelicans losing. And then for the Lakers are locked into a playoff game or a play-in game with the loss and Golden State win. So if the Lakers lose this game tonight against the Suns and the Warriors win tonight, the Lakers are automatically in the play-in. No 5 or 6. The Lakers will be in a play-in game. And then Oklahoma City is locked into the play-in with the Mavericks lost. Of course, the Jazz got eliminated last night because OKC beat them. So the Mavericks are the only team holding OKC out of a play-in spot. So if Dallas loses tonight, they are eliminated. OKC will be the 10 spot. Well, will be in the play-in. Maybe not the 10, but they will be in the play-in. And the last one is about the Grizzlies and Kings 3 spot. So the Grizzlies, if they win tonight, the Grizzlies play the Bucks tonight at 8 o'clock on the NBA TV. Bucks don't have to play for anything. They're already the number 1 seed in the NBA. The Grizzlies, if they win tonight, or if the Kings lose tonight, the Kings play the Warriors tonight, which would be a good game, hopefully, because both of those teams still playing for something. So if the Grizzlies win or the Kings lose, the Grizzlies are the 2. Sacramento will be 3. Grizzlies just need 1 win to get number 2. The Kings, to get number 2, they have to win their last 2 games and hope the Grizzlies lose their last 2 games to get that. So that's today's clinching scenarios. And then tomorrow, we only have 3 games tomorrow, Saturday, all early games as well. We got Nuggets and Jazz. That just doesn't make it matter. The Timberwolves and Spurs will play, which will probably matter for the Timberwolves seeding spot. And then Trailblazers and the Clippers is important to the Clippers. So tomorrow, you can watch Timberwolves and Spurs, Clippers, Trailblazers. Both those teams aren't going to be eliminated by anything. It's just that, Minnesota and the Clippers are both fighting for playoff positioning. So that'll be tomorrow's schedule to watch. And then the last day of the NBA season. Every team is playing. And these are the things to watch out for. It also all depends on tonight, how that goes. But the Nets are playing the Sixers at 1 o'clock on Sunday. The Nets might not have their playoff spot locked in. So watch out for that one. The Bucks and Raptors, again, depending on how today's game goes. If the Raptors win tonight and the Hawks lose tonight, that'll be big. Whoever gets there will be the 8th seed, the 9th seed. The Hawks play the Celtics on ESPN. The Heat, if the Heat win tonight or the Nets lose and the Nets lose tonight, that game will matter for them against the Orlando Magic at 1 o'clock. The Clippers and Suns play at 3:30, which will probably be a big game for the Clippers, not the Suns, but for the Clippers, that would be a huge game. Also at 3:30 on Sunday, the Grizzlies and Thunder play, and that depends on if Dallas wins tonight, then OKC will have to play that game on Sunday and win that game as well. And then also at 3:30 on ESPN, the Jazz and the Lakers play, which would be a big game for the Lakers, depending on how things work out, probably for seeding. Pelicans and Timberwolves, the last game of the season, that's a big game as well, both those teams for seeding reasons. If the Dallas Mavericks win tonight, their last game will be against the Spurs. So the Mavericks actually have a really good chance of making the play-in. But then again, if the Dallas Mavericks, we don't know. And the last game on Sunday, Warriors, Trailblazers are playing. That's a game for the Warriors seeding. So yeah, that's the last weekend. This is the last weekend of the NBA regular season. Tonight, of course, again, stay tuned for the Heat, the Nets, the Raptors, Hawks, the Grizzlies, Kings, but then the later games, the Pelicans, Warriors, Lakers, Mavericks. Watch those games tonight because those are big games for those teams for seeding wise and playoff wise. I mean, we already have most of our teams clinched for the playoffs, man. We're just really ready for it. Really ready for the playoffs. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Yeah, if you do like the content, again, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, all stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. And new series coming as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.